Blessings, everyone. So the Lord was letting me know that in this season, obedience is very crucial. Of course, obedience is crucial, period, on our walk with the Lord. But because we are in a season right now where He is releasing the wealth transfer and restoration, miracles, and breakthroughs for His children that are in the wilderness, that are transitioning from the wilderness to the promised land, obedience is very crucial. Also, He wants us to trust Him for the unthinkable. For example, if we know that God is telling us to go and look at a car because we are in need of a car, and He said, I'm going to bless you with a 2026, and your credit score is a 500 and your bank account has $20 in it, and you're like, Lord, how is this possible? So you are discouraged and you are not thinking that it is possible, but with God, everything is possible. So please make sure that you are trusting Him. And easier said than done, but make sure you are in the Word, you are in the Bible, looking up scriptures that speak about trusting Him and about the miracles and the signs that He does, so they can encourage you. And also pray to Him and ask Him to help you with any unbelief that you may have, to remove any unbelief, because the bigger the blessing, the bigger the faith. So my spiritual leader once told me that the bigger the blessing that we are trusting and believing God for, the bigger our faith has to be. So our faith has to match the big size of the blessing that we are asking for, that we are waiting for. So for example, if we know that God said He's going to give us a 2026 car, we have to make sure our faith is big and it matches a 2026 car. We know, all we need is a mustard seed size of faith, but we have to make sure that we continue to walk in that faith. If God is saying go and test drive that car, go and test drive that car. Even if your credit score is a 500, even if your bank account has $20 in it, still go and test drive the car. If God is saying anoint the car, make sure you anoint the car. If you're trusting God for a house and God is saying start looking at houses, and not small houses, but houses that are big, houses that have 6 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, whatever it may be, make sure your faith is aligned with that blessing and you do the instruction that God is telling you to do. And also just know that with faith and obedience also comes more warfare, because the enemy does not want you to think that God is going to come through. If he attacks your faith, then he knows that he can get you to not trust God, not to believe, and you can self-sabotage your own blessing. So make sure that you are continuously praying and staying prayed up, and do not allow the distractions, do not allow the warfare to take your eyes off of God and to come in between what God promised you. Another thing that the Lord was highlighting to me is that He will call you to do an Esther fast, because the Esther fast will also remove any blockages, any delay, any hindrances that may be standing in the way of your promise. So some promises do require us to fast, and we may have to fast to receive instruction, and we may have to fast to receive what it is that God is trying to give us. Not saying that fasting brings about these blessings, but the fasting will bring about favor, and it will show God that you are willing to sacrifice, that you are willing to kill off your flesh in order to receive whatever it is that He has for you. And God does like to give instructions, and the Esther fast is one of the main fasts that I know that unlocks a lot of favor, and where God speaks and gives a lot of instructions, and that one is the most powerful weapon to destroy whatever the enemy is trying to do to cause you to not receive this blessing, as far as the blockages and the blockade and the fear that he may be trying to instill into you, etc., etc. So if the Lord has been placing it upon your spirit to do an Esther fast, then please do an Esther fast. I did do a live video yesterday speaking about other fasts that He wants you to do if you are new. But make sure, if He is calling you to fast, do whatever fast He is telling you to do. And if it is Esther, please make sure you do an Esther. Because if you are denying doing the fast, if you are not doing the fast, then that can also bring about delays, and the Lord will not release onto you what He has to do until you do the fast. I have gone through that myself in the past. So make sure you walk in obedience, because once again, obedience is crucial in this season, and having faith is crucial in this season. Even if it's a little amount of faith, God is stretching a lot of our faith right now. Even for myself, He is doing something in my life right now where my faith has to be on 100, and it is uncomfortable because we have to release control. I'm so used to being in control, but God is in control. He said that He has it under control and He's going to make a way. Just trust and believe Him because He always shows up on time. So I pray that this message blesses whom it's supposed to, and I pray that you all have a blessed and a prosperous day. In Jesus' name, amen.